Alright guys, welcome to this brand new build series. This one is going to be the vehicle behind me. If you watched the last video of my final shop walk around, you'll see that I was trying to hide this guy. Well, fear no more. Today you're going to see exactly what's going on. Unfortunately, a lot of the video I have is a lot of just dead time of us pulling the motor over a couple days. Wasn't like in a big hurry to pull the motor, but I did get the motor out. Obviously there's a big void in the front end where there should be the motor that makes this thing go down the road. It is over here, and I'll take you a walk around on that too as well. But this is the intro to the first part of the build series of the C-10. It's a 1981 C-10. If you have seen any of the other videos on this channel, I also have another build series starting. So there'll be two build series starting pretty much going at around the same time. Whether or not they're posting at the same time, probably not, because this one's going to probably be a little bit more active, I'm thinking. But the other one is the 2000 Silverado. That one is going to be my son's project, but we're also going to be covering it on this channel as well. Also, if you've noticed in the links below or the description below, I'm going to start adding my Teespring store. So if you want to buy any merchandise for Lone Star Customs, I'm going to try add stuff daily. There's stuff there for the guys and for the women, females, whatever you want to call them. The women, the great things on earth that keep men in our place. But anywho, that is new to this channel, new to me, so bear with me. I've got stuff on there. If y'all have any ideas you'd like to see as far as the merchandise goes, throw it in the links below on the channel. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, I have Lone Star Customs 18 is the Instagram for my business. I'm starting that back up. I got to really start hammering down this year in 2021 to get this whole thing rolling, man. Let's do it. I'm ready to go. I want to make this successful. So that's, my New Year's, I don't want to say resolution because I hate that. It's just now I really want to focus now that the shop is done. Get rolling on this stuff and start just putting my shoulder down and pushing as hard as I can to make this thing happen and be successful. Because that's really ultimately my goal, is for my kids to have this business whenever either I'm too old to do this anymore, dead and gone, whatever it is. I want my kids to have something that they can pick up and make even bigger. That's my goal. And I want to have multiple revenue, streams of revenue. Want to have all kinds of different things. I'm trying to be as versatile, and I'm trying to live to this name of this channel of Jack of all trades. As you see, built my shop. I've built cars. I'm building cars. I finished the MR2. That one's done. That's no longer here on the property. I need to do a final walk around. He's still butting up some things. So, anywho, follow me either at Mike.Wickner on Instagram or Lone Star Customs 18. I think it is. You'll see my logo on there. It's the Lone Star Customs logo. So anywho, today I'm just doing a quick walk around. There'll be some time lapse of us pulling the motor on that and a walk around of the engine that's on the stand already. Alrighty guys, stay tuned.
By 1 p.m. and it will be at your door by 9 p.m. Squeezed.com. New Year's resolution. We all make it.
How's the lighting in my face?
That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. They need solutions. And you can do business. Whether you want to work more efficiently
Yeah.
with fast, reliable internet,
Need you to calm down, boy. Ain't like no time like the present. Crunchy motherfuckers too.
Are you gonna try to break your hair?
Yeah. So the hoses, man, they're crunchy.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, you hear them? Sound like fucking Rice Krispies.
30 amps for 15.
Oh, I got 60. Not gonna go in. Oh, let me call him if only like that or just get a full brand new. Alright, they're out. I'll be right back. You got a wood starter? Yeah, I got one. Got a wood out.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
They say it's COVID, but I don't think it's COVID. I was saying to my wife, I said, they're just saying it's COVID.
1973, Led Zeppelin releases Houses of the Holy. It's on the Eagle. First time we pulled the motor with the transmission at the same time. You need to find out. What about? Someone to bring water? Yeah. Yeah, I think they're not. Yeah, we come towards Lisa. Yeah, because I'm not going to turn this. Alright, let's go ahead and pull it out. That's why I want to install a crane up there. Yeah, it's in it. That's fine. Didn't work. Oh, yeah, yeah. Fine, let's go ahead and yeah, swing side, go towards the driver's side of the truck. Now come back this way. Come back just a little bit more. Alright, go ahead and let her down. Nice and easy. Alright.
Alright, so here we are, we're at the engine. This is, surprisingly, as I was told before, this motor was supposedly taking out of the Camaro that I own, but there's no way it is because that's a 1982 Camaro Berlinetta. That engine should have been a 305. This engine is in fact a 5.7, which makes this a 350. So as far as I know, these did not come in the Berlinettas, and they didn't come in a whole host of those cars because this was back at the oil crisis and the whole beginning of the revolution of fuel economy and all this other blah blah blah. So in the 80s, where I grew up, well, I grew up more in the early 90s, but I was born in the 80s, born in 80, so growing up through the 80s, these cars were pretty common on the road. Like today, with the younger generation, y'all get to see the Hellcats and all those, you know, the Camaro, what the hell are they called? The Z01s, the Z06s, all these Corvettes, the Camaros, all these high horsepower cars out there on the road. It's freaking awesome. I tell my kids that all the time. They're lucky because they get to have these cars on the road as a common thing, man, and it's awesome. Back then, you know, in my time, seeing these cars was still cool, but it was disappointing at the same time because, like, man, it didn't have no damn horsepower. And back then, it was kind of like that was just the normal thing, you know, unless somebody pulled a motor and put in one of these 350s, you know, with a lot of work done on it, then you had, you know, a good car on the road. But back then from the factory, you didn't have that. So anywho, so this is a 350. We pulled it out of this car, or out of this truck. The gentleman that I'm doing this for is wanting to keep this. I'm not going to do anything really to this other than paint it, clean it up, redo the intake, redo the, you know, gaskets, check the valve lash, make sure everything's okay on there, make sure nothing looks crazy, address what I need to address, probably throw some headers on here. So this is easy. I don't have to worry about this too much. Maybe a new carburetor just to make it, you know, make it nice. I don't have to worry about rebuilding that stuff. This, quick rundown what we're going to do. Delete this tank on this side. He only wants one tank, which is nice because there is no switchover valve in here for the fuel. So I can delete a lot of crap out of there. The other thing I got to do is fix all that yummy stuff. All in here has got to get fixed. As you see, I've already got stuff from LMC trucks. I, for some reason, did not order the outer rocker panel on this side, so I ordered that the other day. Got the floor pans. I've only got this section. I didn't order this because this is fine. There's no rust up in there. The inner and outer rocker panels will cover a lot of this stuff here. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. It will cover all this. So all that will be mated into the floor pan and all that stuff. So I'm going to come in here, wire wheel all this out so I can really see what I'm doing. I want to take the doors off and all that stuff, but today this is going to get pushed out so we can get started on pulling my son's engine and transmission out. The seat's already out, obviously. The bed is out. The bed's in really good shape. Nothing wrong with it. He did note, the customer did note that this was hit in the back, and I don't really see a whole lot of damage. Of course, with the hood being in the way, you can't see it, but there's really not a whole lot of damage in here. And there's a little bit of stuff tweaked, but nothing crazy. Everything else looks fine. The U-bolts on the the U-bolts and everything down there look straight. Nothing looks crooked, because a lot of times if you get impacted hard enough, all that stuff will bend and kind of shove that rear end around. And the other nice thing is the cowl, there's really no rust in here. There's a few little rust holes that I can patch up, no problem. All in here is good. The cross member's good. It's a solid truck, really. There's nothing majorly wrong with it. The cab corners are fine. So for as far as rust goes, I mean, this truck is really, I mean, pretty well good. I mean, that's so typical. The one I have, mine is an 82, this is an 81. You know, for this little bit here, that's not bad. if anybody is new to these trucks, you might look at this and go, this is horrible. Trust me, it's not. If you've been around these trucks long enough, or been around them at all, you'll notice these cab corners are usually rotted all the way through. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a defect from the factory back then, to where it just caught a lot of moisture and it rusted real bad. Not entirely sure if it's a northern truck thing, but even still down here in the south, you'll see those a lot of times can get rusted out, depending on how they're, I guess, how they're maintained. So, without further ado, interior is going to get redone. This whole truck's going to get painted. Stick with me on this one. I'm going to try and hammer out, you know, really good videos on this stuff, and try to really keep the content going, make it better. This does have a hydro boost for the brake, which is kind of cool. It makes it cleaner. So I'm going to replace that. This truck is going to pretty much get gone through all the way. Every little thing, all this wiring is going to get taken out. We're going to rewire it with a painless wiring harness. Do some upgrades on the grill. I do have the little plates to delete these marker lights in the front, make it cleaner. Debadge it. You know, there's no reason to have this on there. Keep that. I don't know what he wants to do with that. May look into different options for mirrors, because these tend to rattle a lot, and you can see it really pushes on the door. But this one's in pretty good shape. Driver's side is a little worse than the passenger side, but typical. I mean, it really is typical, unless these trucks were garage kept. But then again, like I said, cab corners are solid, so that is a plus. Dropping the tank, I'll probably, after I get these done, I don't think I want to pull it off of the frame just yet until I get all this welded in and fixed on both sides. And then I'll probably pull the cab off, pull the fenders off. Well, I might pull the fenders off before that, just because I'm going to have to probably get up into here anyway, so this has got to come off for me to fix that bottom part. But like I said, other than that, windows got to get replaced. It's all cracked. He wants to put in a solid window in the back, so I'm sure there'll be some other stuff to add on to down the road. But honestly, man, this truck, I'm happy. I'm excited, because it's not going to be a crazy amount of work. I know those floors are going to be a good amount of work, but the rest of it, I mean, this is all just cleaning up and painting. So it'll be nice. Not like my Camaro, I had to cut out all that crap. If you haven't seen the Camaro build series, I do have it in a series now, so you should be able to just start on the first video and then go through the videos. It should autoplay. But anyway, guys, all right, so this will probably be a fairly short video. I don't, you know, haven't done a whole lot yet to this, so it's not going to be a ton of stuff on this one. So anyway, stay tuned to this channel. 2 builds coming up at the same time, pretty much. And hope y'all enjoy. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Check out my store, Teesprings. It's in the description below, so check that out. And hey, show me some love. Buy some merchandise. I'll probably throw in a promo code here shortly. I'll probably put it in the link below. I'll throw in a promo code, knock off some percentage just to kick off the store with a good deal.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.